rain to the storage unit. Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. So today we are continuing to market prep for the May markets that's coming up, and today I am going to go ahead and make the room sprays and get them out the way. Now I wanted to make sorry my fan is on, but I wanted to make the rest of the wax sachets, but I don't have all the stuff that I want to put onto the wax sachets, so I'm going to try and place a quick order and see if I can get that done sometime this week. But I'm going to get to the room sprays so I can get them out of the way, and yeah, pretty much that is it for today. So if you're wondering why I need water for my room sprays, it's because I use the Candle Science room and linen spray base, and there's two parts to make the room sprays. Now despite having the two parts, I make them just as quickly as with any other base that I've used in the past. Now I wanted to make 8 cents that I offer, but it didn't work out that way because I didn't have enough water because my bottle sprung a leak. So I'll probably make some more tomorrow after I go to the store. Oh, and I use distilled water, by the way, if you were wondering. But I did manage to make the majority of the room sprays, so I don't have to worry about that tomorrow. There is, however, one of the room sprays that I did test with Hive and Honey room and linen spray base that completely enhanced everything about it. The scent is more defined, the solution is super clear, which I didn't expect, and the scent does last longer than the old one, which was made with Candle Science. But I do want to say that the old one not being clear was not a deal breaker for me because I use amber spray bottles, so that wasn't the reason. The reason I changed it over was because the fragrance that I used was starting to separate from the solution, and it was the only one that was doing so. For whatever reason, I had so much trouble with it, but I think this will be a nice change for it. I was really shocked, like I said, about how clear it was, and if I want to, maybe I can change it into a body mist down the road because it smells so good enough to wear, but who knows. So it is 3 days before the market, and I am going to do a quick run to my storage unit to grab my duffel bag so that I can do a little staging of my table either today or tomorrow. More than likely today. I'm gonna do it today because I want to take that duffel bag back over to my storage unit. So it is raining, that's why I have my raincoat on and I have my umbrella with me, and I'm gonna take the wagon and grab it real quick and then come on back because I have stuff that I have to do, including finishing editing this week's video. So yeah, let me get out there so I can quickly come back. I almost tripped over the wagon. But yeah, going to take this long walk in the rain to the storage unit, and not gonna keep the phone out too long, even though it's waterproof. I can keep it out here for as long as possible, but another day of production that needs to be done, and I feel like the wagon's gonna get wet before we even get there. So, but I do have this umbrella. Let me show you. So I do have this umbrella here that hopefully will work and keep it dry, but now it's just gonna have to get wet because I don't feel like opening it up and rolling with it down the street. I use my chair umbrella to cover up my bag so that it doesn't get wet, and it's doing the job quite nicely. But we'll see when I get upstairs and actually check the wagon and the bag itself. Hey everyone, so it is the next day and I have a day full of labeling everything. So I have all my labels here ready to go, and I have these leftover samples that I need to label because I ran out of labels when I was labeling all the rest of them. So now I'm just going to finish up these last ones here and get them ready for the market. Next up are my wax sachets. Here I have 3 different scents, but in total I want to have 5. I just haven't gotten around to making the other 2 yet. Now, I wasn't sure how I wanted to seal them or how I wanted to decorate them, so I got some scotch tape to put on the ends and hopefully they'll stay. And for my labels, I went with a nice simple label for the back. It has the name of the product, the scent notes, and how to use them. And I think at some point I want to get those clear circles to seal them up, just to make them look a little more professional and not so tacky with the scotch tape, which I'm starting to hate right now. And here are my new wax melts and their new labels. So my old labels were okay, but I wanted to advance them just a little bit. So I ended up putting like images on the labels to represent each of the scents. And I think they came out so nice. And with the paper that I now use, the color pops even more than the old labels did, because the old labels were kind of dull in the look. And they match the rest of my product line, which is perfect. Like I mentioned in the previous video though, I have 3 new scents that I'm hoping people will start to purchase and use, and hopefully I can get them up on the Etsy shop soon. I'm falling behind just a little bit with the product photos. Oh my gosh, guys, you have no idea how excited I am to finally have 2 more of my 10-ounce candles completed. So I've been working on my 2 collections for close to 2 years now, and while they're not totally complete because there's 3 scents missing, I'm so glad to have Mahogany Nights and Coastal Comfort on the table. Mahogany Nights is my absolute favorite scent to burn. I just love that candle. And Coastal Comfort is my third because Common Spa Day is my second. And I'm loving the new look of my labels. Before I had ones that stretched wider on the jar and they were too long for my liking, but these are so simple and more fitted to the jar. I had to do a lot of trial and error just to get them to that size. And I think they came out a lot better than the old ones did. So one collection is missing 1 scent while the other is missing 2. And the plan that I have for all of them is to rotate them at certain times of the year, because while the scents can go all year long, I feel like the scents would fit better at certain times of the year though. So that's why I want to try and rotate the collections around the year. As for the other 3 scents, they still are in testing phase. I really thought Dreamy Drift would be on the table at the same time as these 2, but for some reason the wicks are just not working with the scent, and I really don't want to scrap it because the scent is so calming. It has eucalyptus in it, but yeah, I'm still testing Dreamy Drift, and hopefully it'll be on the table soon. But yeah, I'm really excited for both of them. I know Tropical Allure was a little lonely on the table last year because it was the only 10-ounce candle I offered all year round. But I'm excited to have these 2 on the table with them. The other thing that I was thinking about for these was giving them a smaller version, because people have asked if I had a smaller version when I had Tropical Allure out there by itself, and I don't at the moment. But I'm in no rush to start testing them because I have enough products to worry about right now. So those will probably come later on down the road. Okay. So I'm just going to finish up these last ones, and then I have my other products that I have to label. I told you guys, today is a day of just labeling everything that I made for these markets. Now, as much as I love these labels for my Reed diffuser boxes, ever since the first box I've put them on, I have been having trouble getting them on the other boxes just right. What you see here. As you can see, I have to do them over and over just to get them in the right spot, and it doesn't help that the paper I use, which is the paper I use for all my product labels, is real sticky, so sometimes it can kind of rip up the box, so I really have to go slow when I want to take it off and readjust it. But I'm just taking the Reed diffusers out of the old packaging and placing them into their new boxes. Can I just say that I love these boxes? These are the ones that I was originally looking for, but they were all custom made and I couldn't afford them. And my favorite supplier finally made them available for us to use with our Reed diffusers, so I am happy for that. And I could put the Reed sticks on the sides and I don't have to worry about extra packaging for them. So I love these boxes. I love the labels that I have for them. I'm still going to work on advancing them because if you know me, I'm always trying to improve on my designs and my labeling. So I'm going to use some Scotch tape just to tape down the back because it won't stay down otherwise. Now the last thing I had to do was label my room sprays. Now I use 2 labels for my room sprays, but I really want to cut that down to just one long label, not stretching around the whole bottle, but long enough to hold all the information. But for now, I'm just using the 2 labels for it. I haven't quite decided yet. I don't know. What do you all think? Should I leave them as is with the 2 labels, or should I work on a longer label to go around well, halfway around the bottle. Let me know in the comments down below what you guys think I should do. So I didn't really tell you all about the market that's coming up in 2 days. Yeah, 2 days. It's called the Park Avenue Day Market, and it's for the residents in the area. I think I found it on Eventbrite. I found the organizers on Eventbrite. They have other markets that I signed up for with them. So I did get picked for one other one, which I am excited to do in this month here. So I have both of them back, not back to back, but I have both of them in the same month of May. But there's going to be a variety of vendors there, and I even saw in the email that there's going to be a few distillery vendors, which is so strange for me because I've never seen that at other markets that I've done before. It's always been jewelry or home scents, body scents, things like that, or clothes. So this is going to be a different one if there's going to be distillery vendors there. But it's also going to be my first time doing this one, and it's on the street, unlike my other markets where it's either indoors or in front of a park or a building. It's going to be on the actual streets of New York, and it's going to be in an area which is kind of busy. I know it's busy on the weekdays, but it's kind of busy on the weekends too. So I'm excited to see how it goes, and also who's there. I'm expecting a lot of people because it's kind of a street fair and it's in a good area, like I said, of the city, but I'll see. I do know that I have to be there by 9 a.m. because I got to set up by 10, and I have to swing by my storage unit to grab all my stuff. The plus side is that it won't take me long to get there, but I still want to get there early enough because, like I said, this is my first time and I want to give myself enough time to find my spot, to find the coordinator, and of course to set up everything for the market by 10 a.m. So the last thing I wanted to do in this video was I wanted to give myself a quick mock-up of my table. I know I did it for the other market. As you saw, if you saw that video, I did it in my storage unit and I set it up. But I wanted to do one here with some of my actual products in the displays, just so I can get an idea of how I want to set this table up come this market on Saturday. Well, that's it for this week's video. I hope you all enjoyed watching me do my final prep for my upcoming market. If you did enjoy this video, then go ahead and hit that like button, share, and comment down below. And if you're new here or haven't already, then hit that subscribe button and join the community, as well as hit that notification bell so that you can be notified when the next new video comes out. Now, I hope you all enjoy the rest of your week, and don't forget to show yourself a little more appreciation. So until next time, this is Tammy saying, take care, everyone.